jump on here and kind of share with you guys what I've decided with THM is essential in your kitchen. I don't know if you're just starting the program or maybe you've been on it a while, but I just want to share a few things. Like, people might be familiar with some of these things, like some of these things might be in some people's pantry. I did have a lot of it on hand just from different diets or recipes I tried. It's pretty daunting, like figuring out what do I need to order, what can I live without right now, like without knowing the program in and out, without making any of the recipes. It was kind of, it would have been nice to have someone tell me, like, this is what you should order, this is what you can wait on. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump on here. It's been about a month. I've tried a lot of the recipes. I've been vlogging about my experience, so hopefully you subscribe and hopefully I offer you guys some help in your journey. So I did read the book before I started. I took about a good 2 weeks, read the book, kind of let it absorb the idea behind why THM works and why it's amazing. So after reading the book, I did order from the THM website. I ordered a handful of things. I'll link my video when I reveal the first box of my order. Those things were really helpful, but now 4 weeks later, I've decided that I can probably find a lot of the things on Amazon, and I have started to find that I can order or get the things locally and make some of the things like the baking blend myself. I'll put that link as well. I found the ratios that are pretty close to their baking blend that I can get locally, so I don't have to pay $10 shipping every time I want to get more baking blend or wait, you know, for it to ship. So I'm just going to start with some of the flours that I got. So you'll need, for their baking blend, you'll need almond flour, and there's some other recipes that this is in. I got this at Trader Joe's. You can get it. I've seen it at Costco. Coconut flour. You'll need some coconut flour. Another one that you can't really get local, it's called Oat Fiber. What they do is they take the oat and they gut it, and they just take the husk part, like the outside of the oat, and they grind it up. It's not a digestible fiber, so it ends up being very low glycemic to your body. It's a very fine powder, so when you bake with it, it's just very light and fluffy. It's in a lot of their recipes. You definitely will need oat fiber. You will want this flaxseed meal. This is in their baking blend. I got this one at Trader Joe's. I have seen it also just at the regular grocery store, so you can decide where it would be best for you to get that. Collagen. So they do have one on the THM order page, but like I said, I'm trying to avoid ordering on there to avoid the shipping costs. So I did get this from Amazon. I think it was $20 a can. It's a pound of collagen. This is a beef-based collagen. This is in their baking blend. One thing you will need also is Glucomannan. So I know, like, I had never heard of this before. It's like gluco what? And they call it Glucy in the book. It's a pretty amazing powder. It has a lot of health benefits. But it's also an amazing like thickener. So I've used it in my chicken and dumpling soup as a thickener. I used it in my teriyaki, like my homemade sugar-free teriyaki sauce. It thickened it. Like, you just add a little bit to whatever you're doing, and it's a thickener in like gravies and stuff. So instead of using like a starchy fatty thickener, you would just use some Glucomannan. This is something you'll want to pick up too. It's called Xanthan Gum. If you've never heard of it, this is Bob's Red Mill. I probably got it a long time ago. This is something I did have on hand, but it is in a few of the recipes and baking blends, so make sure to have Xanthan Gum on hand. Another thing I did order from the THM website was their peanut flour. I'm sure you can get peanut flour on Amazon as well. I'll link how much this was, how much I paid for this, and keep in mind I did have to pay $10 to ship everything. Today it's New Year's Eve and I'm making a cheesecake. It's kind of a special thing. And I'm going to be using this in my crust. So I'm kind of excited about that. You can also use it in your brownies. You could do it in your fudge recipes. Like, there's a lot of sweet recipes that you can use this peanut flour for, so I definitely would order it. Another thing I did order through the THM website is this Psyllium Flakes, and the main reason I ordered this was because of the Wonder Wraps. And I have made the Wonder Wraps and I love them. So I did some Wonder Wraps with like cinnamon and kind of sweeten them up and put this like crepe filling in them with the whipped cream on top. It was good. It was really good. So, but you can also use your Wonder Wraps. You can put some cheese in them and like grill them on the grill. You could stuff them like tacos, burritos. You could do like a sandwich wrap. You can do so much with those wraps, but you have to have these Psyllium Flakes to do it. I did some research after I ordered everything off the THM, and I'm sure you could find this on Amazon as well. Like, if you want to totally avoid the THM, which I don't recommend, like, place your first order through THM. They have really high quality stuff. All of this is non-GMO. Most of it's organic. Where else are you going to get a donk? I think you can order your donk through Amazon, but it's like $9 for a package of them. So you might as well just place your first order through THM and get like your basic stuff. And then once you start running out, maybe just start researching where you should get your next batch from. That was pretty much it for flours. The next thing I'm going to go over is kind of sweeteners. So you'll definitely want to get some pure stevia. Definitely recommend placing your first order through THM, and this is why. Your donk will come in your pure stevia package. Now that I have my donk, I can order it off Amazon for my next shipment because it's a little bit cheaper through there if you already have your donk. You'll want to pick up some erythritol. I ordered this through Amazon. I think it came in a package of 3, and I'll post to how much I paid for that. But you want, so the pure stevia, erythritol, and then the other thing you'll want is the xylitol. So I ordered a big bag. I think this is a couple pounds, 5 pounds of xylitol, and then you can make all your blends. You can find, and I might even link below, I found the ratios of the blends. So you can do your pure stevia, and then you'll have your super sweet blend, and you will need your gentle sweet blend. You will want a high quality cocoa powder. You use this quite a bit in making the chocolates and the fudges and some of the desserts and stuff. So it's just unsweetened, superfood cocoa powder. I think I did get this on Amazon. On THM, you do go through a lot of coconut oil. So if you don't like the taste of coconut, I recommend getting, this is just the Kirkland coconut oil. I use this for a lot of my cooking. I love the taste of coconut. So when I want, like when I make my fudge recipes, my brownies, like anything with coconut oil in it that I want that taste to come through, I use this virgin. So you'll want to get a virgin coconut oil for the times that you want to taste it in your foods. So, but this is pretty tasteless, so I can fry things in it and it doesn't, you know, taste like coconut. You do want to get a collagen powder as well. This isn't my favorite brand. Next time I order, I won't order this. This is, I think, from a pig source, but I'm going to use it up. I think I'm going to make my own gummy bears and sweeten them myself. You go through a lot of vanilla, so you'll want to get, for sure, your pure vanilla. Costco is probably the best deal on vanilla. I found this pure vanilla powder at Fred Meyer as well, and I just sprinkle it in my coffee. I kind of like it better than the liquid. So I just sprinkle some of this in there with my cream. So you'll want ginger. So you'll want some ginger. You'll want turmeric for your singing canary. You'll want some cans of coconut milk. These are in a lot of the recipes. Coconut milk. I have a full fat and low fat. Trader Joe's is the best deal on this. It's like $1 a can, $1.29 a can. But if you don't have a Trader Joe's, then order it off Amazon or find it in your local store. Just don't pay more than like, sometimes they charge like $3 a can in the store, so don't pay that. And you'll want some like tomato paste for like ketchups, and you make your own like bases because a lot of sauces and stuff have sugar in it, so you have to kind of start from scratch. A sugar-free spaghetti sauce and their pizza sauce. If you've watched my vlog, I'm in love with their pizza recipe. You have to have half and half. You don't use milk. Milk has too much sugar on THM, so you'll want to use your half and half or heavy cream. And then also Greek yogurt. So you'll want to get some 0% milk fat, just Greek yogurt. It can be an S, it can be an E, but a lot of recipes will call for that. I'm going through a lot of this, and also a lot of low-fat cottage cheese. I went through a whole container of the low-fat cottage cheese, mostly in recipes. I did have some of it like for a snack. Thing that I find that I'm going through a lot is mozzarella. Like I keep mozzarella on hand. It's in the pizza crust recipe, the bagels recipe. Like you just cook with a lot of this, and I sprinkle it on top of stuff a lot. So lots of mozzarella cheese. You'll want mayo. It's in, you know, your homemaking your dressings. So this goes in the Thousand Island, this goes in the ranch. Do chicken salad, tuna salad, the salmon loaf. Like you'll want mayo on hand. Spaghetti squash. You'll want this to make some faux noodles, some spaghetti noodles with. So you'll want a zucchini noodle. My teriyaki recipe and a couple other recipes did call for the Bragg's liquid aminos. And then you'll also want this coconut spray. They to spray your pans, baking stuff, everything. They want you to use a coconut oil spray. The other one's not very good for you. In the bulk section, I do oats. So like these are the whole oats. You can do oatmeal with them. I did pick up some chia seeds, so I can do like my oatmeal with chia seeds. You can also ground this whenever it says oat flour. You can't substitute it for oat fiber, but you can substitute it for oat flour. Nutritional yeast. I know this sounds really weird, but they do sprinkle it on a lot of their recipes. It's also the main ingredient in their bouillon mix. So I did their bouillon mix, their ranch mix, their taco seasoning. Like you're gonna have to do all your seasonings from scratch. And I know it sounds like a lot of work, but it's not. Like I'm a full-time working mom. I've found time like just to do it, you know. And once it's done, once you have your bouillon mix or whatever, your seasoning mix, it's done and it'll last you. Like, you make a big thing of it and it'll last you for a long time. Oh, always keep nuts on hand. Nuts are your best friend. Mixed nuts, salted. Like, if you're ever hungry, you need a snack, you're in S mode, just pick up some mixed nuts. So like quinoa, brown rice, you're set for your meals. Sweet potatoes is another good thing to have on hand. You can make some sweet potato fries in the oven. Lime juice, you'll want some lime juice to put in your sipper, as well as the apple cider, the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. You'll need that. Oh, butter. We go through butter a lot. So Kerrygold is the best. They have this at Costco. It's good for you. Butter's good for you. So I know it goes against everything we've ever learned or have been told, but it's so good for you. So I picked that up from Costco. I did pick up, like, we go through a lot of egg whites with their bread recipes and stuff. And then it seems like I do go through a lot of cream cheese. So a lot of, I mean, you can get the 1/3 less fat. That's kind of what they call for a lot of the time. I don't think it really matters. But I'm making a cheesecake today and I'm really excited because I'm going to use a ton of cream cheese. These Baker chocolates, you use a whole thing of them in your Crinoma brownies, and you will need brownies. Like, you'll need brownies to get you through the day, trust me. Like, if I didn't have my brownies, I'd probably go off plan every day. Like, I'm just being honest. I did order the sunflower lectin. It was one of the things that was towards the bottom of their list of things to get. It does make, like, if you make shakes, it makes it more creamy. So this is something you could definitely wait on. But I'm gonna look up, like, what can I put it in, because I'm gonna start using it now that I've ordered it. And the only other thing I'll say is get a good whey protein powder that's like unflavored. You do use this in some of your baking blends. I had ordered this big bag. This was really expensive. It was like $70, but it is like 5 pounds. But it was grass-fed whey protein. It's a very fine powder. It's tasteless. You can put it in anything. It dissolves. So you can use it. It's really good for baking. But anyways, you will want to get a really high quality whey protein. You don't go through it super fast, but you will go through it. So that's all I can think of right now. I did pull out a lot of stuff that I use every day. You will want a good, like, quart jar for your sippers every day. I make my sipper every day, and it's in this little jar, and I have a little straw and a lid. A handle helps. One thing I will share that I love is this Newman's Own organic coffee. They're in the K-cups. And I'm just loving this coffee. I got it at Costco. It was like on their coupon book, and I decided to try it. It's the Newman's French Roast. I'm not a huge, like, dark coffee lover, but now I put, like, the half and half, and I put a little bit of collagen and some of the super sweet in there, and my vanilla powder, and I look forward to this every day. Like, I love it. So anyways, if you don't have a coffee that you love, this is an organic coffee. Try it. You'd probably like it. Anyways, that's all for today. I'm sorry I was all over the board. I hope some of this helped you. I hope it doesn't overwhelm you, because it's not overwhelming. Like, I did jump in with both feet, and I did decide that, like, this is a lifestyle change I want to make, and not everyone has to order all of this stuff. Like, you can make a lot of the recipes and sub other things in, but this is just kind of what I decided to start out with, and as I go along, I'll let you guys know, how I'm doing, but I hope some of this helped you. All right, have a great day. Happy New Year.